So let's talk a little bit about the gender divisions. So that westernized suits are mostly privileges of men, because men are shown or working in the public space. So if you see this conventional wedding photograph from 1920s, again, this was taken by that Methodist mission from the US. So this is the expectation of society. Men now is expected to have a short haircut and wear in European suit. But women, because they are not employed, they mainly stay in the household, they wear slightly modernized Korean dress, hanbok, like a traditional dress. So this is a wedding photograph from 1920s, and in a big countryside, men can borrow a European suit for one day, even though he's not a government employee. And then women will wear, remember the wonsam? Yeah, the long robe with the jokduri, you know, the headpiece, and then this dengi for the wedding decorations, and they will have photographs like this. So if you see a popular novel from the same period, here, for example, Japanese novel called Golden Demon, 1898, or it's the same novel, but this is a Japanese version, and then this is a Korean version. Jang Han-mong.
Professor?
Yes.
Wait, so if I'm understanding correctly, this in the picture, what the woman is wearing, that's a rental, right?
Yeah, it's also rented,
So,
yes.
is this, or is that later? When? Because I know now in Korea, like, hanbok rentals are really, really popular. Is this kind of the start of that?
Yeah, so what you are referring to, the current modern wedding custom of also in Korea at the moment, a couple, an ordinary couple, will have Western style wedding first, and then during the same day they will both change into traditional wedding gowns, yeah, both are rentals. But like renting this bridal gown was available from the Joseon dynasty as well. But inside, like her own jogori and chima were newly made for her, but they simply borrowed this outer robe of wonsam and other accessories from a rental place in the town.
So like, but so then when did the whole, because I know now, I know a lot of that's a big thing, the tourists like to rent out the hanbok and go to like the palaces and everything. So
Yeah.
when did that kind of start then?
That is around 2008 and afterwards.
Really, that recently?
Yeah, that is very recent.
Gee.
And also a lot of non-Korean people wanting to wear Korean traditional dress is related to the popularity of K-pop culture. You know, do you know like a K-dramas, right? Like all of those,
Yeah.
in a way triggered that movement, and that's around 2008.
So it's more of like a pop culture thing.
Pop culture thing, yes, and then it's ever changing. Yeah. So anyhow, when we go see a popular novel cover illustration, you will see a student. These are main characters. So male students are expected to be shown in these uniform. These are actually uniforms for university students. University students wore uniform too. And then women, even though this is a woman of a letter, like a modern woman who studied in university, they still are in their traditional clothes. These are like a poor university student is betrayed by a woman driven by material desire. So these characters, like a women, abandoned this promising young university student and instead got married to a very wealthy and old men who promised lots of wealth to her, and they regret in the end. Popular novel. So if you see newspaper, there are a lot of caricaturistic images, and in it they show like a sort of a husband or father of the household dressed in popular style of the time. So it's more like a patterns, right? Like a patterned new textiles. He has that his Panama hat and walking stick, and he has his cigar, leather shoes, versus women staying home in traditional garment. And then this is like maybe like a Sunday outing, right? Women carry the picnic basket and probably yelling at husband that, you know, like you should take care of something. I cannot do everything. But these are supposed to be humorous, but this is what the hybrid fashion exists even within the family. Men's world versus women's world.